for life.
Good morning. It's Thursday, November 6th. The Anti-Hero broadcast is the broadcast for veterans, first responders, and all blue-collar Americans. Quick shout-out to our sponsors, HP TRT. That's hp-trt.com. Human Performance. Use promo code HERO and save 20% on your testosterone and your peptides and your GLP-2s and everything you need for your weight loss or muscle building journey or just general men's health. Go to Human Performance, go to hp-trt.com. Use promo code HERO. Save 20%. I know Mike's staring at me because I fucked that up. Elevated Silence. Go to elevatedsilence.com. Use promo code ANTIHERO15. So that promo code right there, don't use that one. Use Anti-Hero plus 15 at the end of it. Save 15% off your cans. We're firing Lewis now. They got everything.
No, don't leave me.
They got everything from cans for your 22, which is the most fun to shoot, all the way up to the thing that you can pretty much illegally purchase. The biggest guns that they offer, I say illegally, you got to have illegally as in the government making you get a stamp for it. But go to elevatedsilence.com. Use promo code ANTIHERO15. Save 15% off your cans and GhostBed. Go to ghostbed.com/antihero. Save 10% on their already ridiculously low prices. Everything from pillows, mattress toppers, cooling patented technology, sheets, and of course, their bread and butter, their comfy ass mattresses. So if you got to replace something in the house, bedding, something, tell the wife, hey, we get 10% off on GhostBed. They're already cheap. They're very first responder, veteran friendly. Ghostbed.com/antihero. Save 10%. How was your guys' week?
Good. Don't forget Patreon.
Oh, there you go.
Patreon. I got banned from DMs for 24 hours. Don't lose access to Copville. Please join our Patreon. We're going live right after this show, and we're live throughout the week. We're doing giveaways specifically for the Patreon group. Please consider joining. We're not begging for money, but Tyler answers a lot of messages, and they get lost in the sauce, and sometimes
Especially
I get banned.
when we're both in there. I think you did it. You think I did it.
Yes.
And then it doesn't get
so
answered.
if you get on Patreon, it'd be much easier for us to answer those questions about your agencies or where to work and all that stuff you guys want to gossip about. And then also we go live throughout the week, and we're doing special giveaways that are just in the Patreon group outside of the ones we're doing live on the air. So please consider, and don't forget, tonight is Thursdays for the boys on the night shift on Counterculture tonight, breaking down videos, hanging out with the boys, drinking some beers. So please tune in tonight at 8 p.m. on Counterculture and or the Anti-Hero broadcast YouTube.
And on Fridays, we're going to be going live on Patreon as a studio.
Yes, we are. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so that's going to be fun. I figured out how to do that because we're retarded, and we have our Patreon giveaway to do today. Don't let me forget to do that.
Are we bringing him in now, or are we going to go to the comments?
Well, do we have any super chats?
Yeah, we got comments, super chats.
Yeah, Dylan Matz says New York is 6 feet from the edge right now.
Yeah,
because we were playing Creed earlier.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad. That's one of our topics for today.
So,
I mean, it is the topic. It's the thumbnail.
Yeah, I covered it a little bit last night, and I've gotten some messages and statistics on what's going on up there.
Definitely need to talk about Sal too and what the song
Yeah.
is
yeah,
for
yeah,
him.
so obviously we got more plane crashes. The FAA shutdown. Snaps half snap now.
Yeah, it still hasn't come through for a lot of people. So I mean, that's what they're saying. But I mean, who
We'll talk.
We have the longest government shutdown in history now.
Yep.
Yeah, it's about 37 days now.
Yeah,
We'll talk about all that.
conveniently just past the election. They kept it shut. They kept it shut down just past the election. Watch how quick we get back up.
We have a guest, a remote guest.
First time.
Yeah, his name is Ryan Macbeth. He is an analyst, right?
Yeah, he's a massive YouTube channel.
Massive YouTube channel.
He's
He
on.
wasn't kidding.
He's on
Like this.
Newsmax. I mean, this guy's he's pretty squared away. There's a lot of people that listen to what he has to say,
Yeah.
and he's got some good info, man.
Yeah. So we are bringing him on. Let's bring him on right now. He is he saw our reel about. Hey, what's up, Ryan?
How you doing?
Hey, buddy. He saw a reel about China shooting down American aircraft with
Yeah.
a laser. So Ryan, first off, I don't know if you. I apologize. The next thing, because I should have front loaded the fact that it was a conspiracy theory and put on our tinfoil hats. I did label that strictly China shoots down American aircraft. So I took full blame for that. That's my bad. but you reached out and you wanted to offer some insight on that whole thing.
This is great.
Fan of mine, because I have people all the time. They'll ping me on Instagram or they'll send me an email or Twitter, and they'll say like, "Hey, can you look into this?" And that particular guest had claimed that a laser went and shot down 2 American aircraft. Now, a couple of weeks ago, an F-18 and a helicopter crashed. It was not in the South China Sea, but in the Pacific theater. And the guest had said, like, "Oh, it was a laser that could have shot down there. There's no way it could have been a fuel thing." And the first thing I thought of was, somebody needs to understand the inverse square law. And I guess this is kind of what makes me a fairly good intelligence analyst, because it's one of those things that, like, I know all of this stuff. Like I was talking about a video. Someone had. I was talking about the M7 rifle, which I made a YouTube video about the Army's new M7 rifle, and YouTube actually demonetized it for talking about firearms.
Gotta love that.
Conspiracy.
I should have checked that little box, but I thought, I'm not talking about firearms. I'm talking about the theory of what a designated marksman uses, or what a rifleman should be, right? And I guess I talked about firearms a little too much. But in that particular video, I mentioned a movie called Alien Nation, where a guy essentially ran out of cover. In the beginning of Alien Nation, these guys were trying to turn over a liquor store, rob a liquor store, and these 2 cops were fighting back. One guy had a street sweeper, and the slugs were going right through a car that a cop was using as cover until the cop ran out of car. And I kind of likened that to the M7, how with the M7, we're going to be able to penetrate barrier material and then eventually vests. The fact that I can remember a scene from a movie 30 years ago, it has really served me well. But essentially, inverse square law, lasers, they maybe have a max range when it comes to destructive power of about 3 kilometers. It depends on the power of the laser, but you also get into atmospheric diffusion and such. But anytime you shoot light at something, the power of that radiation, and light is radiation, the power of that goes down as you double the distance, the power goes down by the inverse of the square. So if you have your hand by a candle, right by a candle, you can burn your hand. But if you're at the other side of a football stadium, you're probably not going to burn your hand on that candle, right? And so as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, nope. You look at something like the M-SHORAD or the Navy Helios, the Helios laser on I think it's 60 kilowatts. The Army's M-SHORAD.
You're talking about the one that's on the Burke? You're talking about the one that's on that Arleigh Burke?
I think, they put one on the Ponce. I don't know if one is on the Burke quite yet, but maybe. I mean,
no, I meant the class, not the actual.
Oh, the Arleigh Burke. Yeah. I mean, they might have one on an Arleigh Burke class destroyer. I don't know if that's the case yet.
Ryan, here's this, first of all, this, Tyler took, he took his hits. Let me take mine. Normally what I have a pretty significant difficulty here. I'm surrounded by, bros that I've been around. I was in the infantry for 10 years. I was used to being the guy that like everybody would go to be like, Jimmy, what's going on with this? And then people's eyes start glazing over. So you've got to like condense everything down. And so I don't get the opportunity to normally go into the nuance of things, and because things just happen fluidly on the show.
That's the bad thing about podcasts sometimes, right? Because you're expected to answer a question like that. And I've had people say, "Oh, technically that was an SM3, not an SM6. You know what I'm talking about." I'm like,
and so like, what normally, like everybody here, we enjoy arguing conspiracy theories. We love it. And so like, if I'm doing my deep dive, because normally I spend about 2 to 4 hours a day, depending on the news cycle, trying to go through, okay, what happened? What's the depth of it? And what's going to be most important? And while I'm in the process of doing that, you're reading comments and you're going on Reddit and you're like, oh, here's a funny, interesting conspiracy theory. And we've been doing that since the beginning. And if I wasn't clear about it, that's exactly what we were saying. Now, I've been watching you for a while. You're one of the sources that I have. So I go to your channel and go, okay, here's what the deal is. But when I have all of that coming in, things are just moving way too fast for me sometimes to just kind of like keep it contained. And, I really want to be able to give people good information, but I also want to be able to talk about stuff and go, hey, people are saying it was shot down with a laser. And you never get the opportunity to go, okay, guys, that probably didn't happen. But then, I got people in my DMs that are telling me like, I was a fueler for, in the Navy for 20 years. And unless the fuel guys didn't do the right thing, it wasn't a fuel problem. So you had like all of the fun stuff to talk about a conspiracy theory, and we just didn't edit it the right way. Now, I also know that like one of the big things that you hate is the fucking PLA. And for people that don't know, that's the People's Liberation Army. I know you hate the PLA. I fucking hate the PLA too. I was in the 25th Infantry Division. They're my arch nemesis. So I was like, when Tyler told me you contact him, I was like, I will bet you money. He's like, fuck the PLA. They did not do that. Tell me if I'm wrong.
They would have had to have gotten within 3 miles of a carrier.
Right.
And nothing getting within 3 miles of a carrier.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. Like I've been on a carrier before. If you were, you were 25th, but if anyone's a Marine, like you got a whole basketball team surrounding that carrier, right? A basketball team of Arleigh Burke class destroyers, and usually there's a submarine moving with them as
probably
well.
A guided missile cruiser.
Yeah, the ones we have left, right? Because we're getting rid of the Tychos. But like this one dude reached out to me. He's like, "You got to correct this. Do a video on it." I'm like, "I'll do you one back," right? Like I said, you gotta. There's people who are genuinely like malicious conspiracy theorists, and there's like, all right, someone made a mistake kind of thing, and sometimes people make mistakes, and that's understandable,
right?
But while you got me on here, I don't have my flight until I'm actually in San Francisco right now, and I got to tell you, I have never seen this much poop in my life. I am genuinely impressed by the amount of feces on the street here.
Holy
last time I was in San Francisco, it was fine. And
what are you doing out in San Francisco?
Once in a while I have these podcast runs, and so I'm going from like I was in LA the other day, and now I'm in San Francisco, and tonight I got to fly to Las Vegas, and then I'm also a novelist. And I got to go see my my agent in not my agent, my proofreader in Seattle. So I was here, and I went to a basketball game. I went to see the Clippers, and then I went to see the Golden State Warriors last night, and not last night, 2 nights ago. So it's not a bad trip, especially if someone else is paying for it. Right, you get to go see a basketball game and go on a podcast and get the word out there. But I'm here right now. If you guys want to talk strategy,
there is something I wanted to ask you about, because you did a video recently about Venezuela and what's going on in Venezuela.
Yeah,
and we've been covering that pretty heavily. Yeah. In fact, I think we're one of the few places that are actually like, hey, here's an update on what's going on in Southcom. So your point of view, and correct me if I'm wrong, your point of view is that the Venezuela thing is I don't want to call it a boondoggle, but it's sort of a waste of ordnance. I think that's what you said. It's a waste of ordnance, a waste of combat power, and it's a waste of, military ram space when we should be focusing on what Xi Jinping said, we're going to go to war with them in 2028, and we need to save that ordnance and that combat power for that potential threat. My question is this. I mean, wouldn't it be advantageous for us to shore up the Western Hemisphere?
So you would think that, right? Now, what we might be able to do is we might drop a couple of bombs on Venezuela and just let Maduro know, like, you know what, go find some country in Africa to flee to with your millions, and allow I forget the woman's name, the woman who actually won the election.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Let her in. One of the issues with actually invading Venezuela is that we're going to use a lot of combat power to just kind of sit there. And when you think about it, like in some ways, we already have our southern hemisphere covered. I mean, Venezuela is really no worse than Cuba, and Cuba's right off our border, right? And Cuba really hasn't done any stupid stuff since the Cuban Missile Crisis in what 1963, I think.
Yeah.
63 or 64. They say that's when people go, no, it was in 65. You know, like trying to remember this stuff. I think it was in 63.
Yeah.
So one argument I put a squash on this was, Russia's gonna put Oreshnik missiles in Venezuela. Like, I don't think Russia has the capacity to manufacture that many Oreshnik missiles. And even if they do, then they're going to have to build the launch sites there. They're going to have to pay all the bribes to people to get the sites built. There's probably going to be construction problems because God knows you pay a contractor to build this thing, and the contractor's used to dealing with the Maduro government. So, hey, I want a bribe for this, I want a bribe for that. And then you have shoddy construction, the missiles don't fit correctly. And then it would be a bigger, and anyway, Russia doesn't need to put Oreshnik missiles inside of Cuba because they have intercontinental ballistic missiles that can hit us in 30 minutes and submarine-launched ballistic missiles in the Kara Sea. No point, right? Like it's a lot.
I mean, they're still trying to figure out how to conduct their invasion without doing PMCS.
They're watching Russia during the war in Ukraine. It has been fascinating because when I was back in the 90s, one of the jobs I had was I was OPFOR at in Germany at Hounsfeld CMTC. Mm-hmm. And we would fight against NATO. We would probe. Oh, there's the gap, and then just run an entire freaking wall of simulated Soviet steel through that gap. And I remember thinking, like, Jesus Christ, if we ever actually fight Russia, we're in a lot of freaking trouble. And looking at it today, I realized, like, the reason we were able to so overwhelm NATO is that, number one, we knew the territory. I mean, any OPFOR, whether it's the 11th ACR in Fort Irwin,
NTC,
or NTC, or JRTC. These guys, they know the terrain, but also we have modern NCOs. We have professional NCOs, backbone of the Army. Russia really doesn't have that level of professional NCO. And so one of Russia's big problems is that when the officer gets killed, nobody really knows what to do.
Right.
And that was a huge issue. Someone was about to say something. Yeah.
I hate it, dude. I would talk to you all day. Unfortunately, we'll talk again. Let me just ask. Like, did we address the problem? I mean, did we?
Yeah, you guys are great.
Yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't have even known about it unless I had one of my guys like message me like, you need to talk.
Hey, I say this all the time. The clip served its purpose. Awareness. I treat them like movie trailers, or I definitely don't try to put out wrong information. That is 100% what I don't do. But if I'm wrong, the only benefit is that it reaches someone like you who can come on and correct the record. So where can everybody find you? I mean, your YouTube's huge. It's massive. When you flexed on me, I was like, no way. And I was like, oh man, it is huge.
Well, type in Ryan McBeth into YouTube. You can find me there. RyanBeth.substack.com is where I put all the footage that I can't show on YouTube, like Hamas like schwacking people and so on. And you can also grab my book, The Win Machine, at Amazon. And I appreciate you guys having me on. Thank you so much. It says a lot about you that you'd accept a correction.
Hopefully it's not as bad as they said it was. Hopefully you enjoyed it.
We'll be a lot harder on the CCP and the PLA from now on. So a lot harder.
Thank you guys for having me.
Take care.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, I'm glad we were able to get somebody that knew that stuff.
I had a feeling that, when he reached out, like, I was like, I know what the problem is here. I can fix this. And it's always better to have an ally, even somebody like him.
Well, he's a professional. He's not just a fucking clickbait YouTuber that wants to say we're wrong and clip us. And
no,
we have enough of those. He's actually a journalistic analyst.
He goes on Newsmax all the time. I mean, there's a lot of people that listen to what he has to say. Now, I mean, if we had 3 hours, me and him could have sat there.
I know. I was starting. My eyes were starting to glaze over.
I know, because again, and that's what I was trying to say is that, like, I can't do what he does here.
Yeah.
We have a completely different audience and a completely different group of people. And
Well, everybody's waiting for when Jimmy's going to start a show. We just don't know when Jimmy's going to start a show.
Dude, Jimmy's going to start a show fucking rapidly. Everything's there. It's just a matter of
Call it glazed over.
yeah. Well, so we got to go. We got to talk about Jack again.
Yeah. Well, we'll get right into it. The GoFund. Did you send it?
I sent it to you.
All right. Can you go to our Instagram? So Jack here, the humble man that he is, told his entire story about having leukemia and all that, what he went through with his department. And, we didn't even plug Jack's GoFundMe. So Jack obviously has a GoFundMe started by firefighters.
It
Go
was
to the
started by
net-
our fire department.
Yeah, I guess they do something right.
Yep.
But yeah, the guys at the fire department started
It's going to be on the messages, Lewis. You have to go down.
it's Lewis's first day, man.
I know. You sure you sent it to?
Did you send it to
go
Anchor?
to requests.
Because we don't. Oh, you have to call me out like that. We don't follow you. Oh, there you go. That's what we're talking about. Patreon, guys. We don't... All right, so there's Jack's GoFundMe.
Not yet. Not yet.
Oh,
It's not like the old program.
we're doing it. That Jack's GoFundMe is right here.
There it is.
You guys can donate, give a little bit. What are some common things for you? I've never actually had someone talk about their own GoFundMe. What are some things that the GoFundMe helps with?
So right now, my dad has gone through 3 jobs in the last year. So that's 3 out-of-pocket deductibles that need to be met by the end of the year. And we're thinking like $15,000 a piece. And so with all the medical expenses, like alone, I think my hospital stay the first month I was there was like $325,000.
Oh my god!
So this is to help out with medical expenses because chemo is not cheap. So it is something to do just to help my parents out, and then help support me since eventually, like, I'm not going to get any money from anything.
We need to do an event to raise money.
Mhm.
That's what we need to do. We need to do like a run or a dodgeball event.
Rough march, dodgeball.
Fly back down for that.
You and this fucking dodgeball.
I'm telling you, that is the
Jesus
key.
Christ. I thought you were fucking joking.
No, I'm not.
Oh my
I'm dead
God.
serious.
Like
Imagine an anti-hero 8-man dodgeball team. We just start calling people out and we win. Like, can you imagine? Like,
I mean, are we headhunting?
we can
too?
film it.
It's like a pay-per-view.
Yeah, dude, we could put it on Patreon, like a dodgeball tournament. We start calling some people out, we win, and everybody's like, dude, they couldn't beat us in dodgeball. Is a joke. Like, we take it seriously.
And we're gonna have to start having practices.
You can bring it down, Lewis.
All right, so that's Jack's GoFundMe. If you can go drop a donation. Obviously, we'll drop one at the end of the show, and we'll also give Jack a
We're
follow.
not playing fucking dodgeball.
And there's also a long update. We updated the GoFundMe the other day with how things were going. So if anyone wants to take a read on that too, from things I haven't talked about, those will be on there as well.
So an update on the meth cop. I had somebody from that agency reach out to me, and this is what he said. He doesn't want to come on because he says his voice is very distinct, but I'm a sergeant with New Orleans PD. I saw the story about the 7th District officer that was caught smoking meth on duty a few years ago. I don't know if anyone else has ever reached out to say anything about this, but allow me to say a couple things. One, I didn't know the guy, never supervised him, no idea what kind of officer he was or anything. None of his FTO time came through my district, so likely would have finished a career and never met him. The incident that started this whole thing was an officer-involved shooting. Well, a lethal force encounter where he was involved. I never looked into exactly what happened, but the entirety of the department agrees that one incident is ground zero for this guy. That one incident is ground zero. Anyway, he went through what he went through. His chain of command never reached out to him to help him with any officer assistance program things. As a matter of fact, his lieutenant, who has since been fired from the job, but not because of this. It's because he was a shitty leader. He got caught up in sexual harassment issues and lost his job. Lieutenant getting
Lieutenants
caught
and
up in
fucking sexual harassment.
Clip that one. The LT took it a step beyond getting this officer help and actually started calling him a pussy and openly mocking him for not being able to handle it like a man. His lieutenant made sure the guy felt isolated and felt singled out, all because he was having a hard time processing a deadly force encounter. Well, That type of activity led to questionable, at best, decision making with this guy. He started surrounding himself with people, I cannot say who, but we all have heard it, with strippers and such, who did not mock or ridicule him.
Nah, they want that cash.
He apparently confided in some of those people who turned him onto meth as a form of self-medicating. And of course, it worked for him. He started using and getting through his shifts. I personally have no idea how long it carried on until he was caught, but I do know this. His body cam and in-car camera were activated automatically when the priority of a call of a burglary alarm went out, and an officer who passed him nearby with lights and triggered it. Okay, so the body cam was triggered by an officer, whatever system they use.
Axon does it. The
Okay.
devil.
Like, what,
the
30
devil.
second-
Yeah.
No, it's a distance thing. Axon has a distance thing. So if I activate my taser and you're within a certain amount
Yeah.
of feet
My
of me,
camera will
it
go
comes
on.
on. So if you
Okay.
drive by a guy, you can get it to come on.
So when his supervisor was conducting the BWC audit, she caught the activity and brought it up. An internal investigation was started. The chief saw an underlying issue of terrible leadership and basically said, we are not firing him. You, his leadership, broke him. We, the department, will fix him. The guy went through rehab and everything was successful. When he came back to work, he realized that he could not do it with the integrity any longer, and he could not promise he could stay clean. So he left voluntarily. And that is the long and short of the story, as the department as a whole knows it. As far as admin reassignments and all, y'all know how it works. He's accused of stuff, and an investigation has to be conducted before he can be fired under civil services rules. The local news picked this story up again and ran with it because the city is in a $160 million deficit, and police overtime is at a forefront of the issue as far as looking for root causes is concerned. He said, he went on to say, I would have, that's when he had, there should be a story that he did after it all happened, probably last year or so, where he spoke to reporters about what happened and how he just didn't think he could do the job any longer. It was after his rehab stint. Those fucking piranhas in the news media were really sympathetic to him at the time, but this time around, they clearly used the story for a reason. The officer's name is Maurice Bailey. And then he went on to talk about some of his leadership. So that's the full story. So in the clip, when I said there's got to be more to this story, I knew there was more. Doesn't excuse anything. Doesn't excuse using meth. Doesn't excuse using meth on duty. And I will go to say I sound like, a Bible thumper, but he laid in bed with the devil, and the devil gave him meth. He just went surrounding himself with the easy way out, people that are going to like him no matter what, because like Mike said, he's giving him cash. So
That's an interesting story because that usually never happens. An agency never usually admits any fault in any that. And I'm going to be the conspiracy guy. Who's the chief? Do they know each other? Is there race as is race a factor? Is there any other factors? It's good for him.
I mean,
the agency
do you
admitted
think
fault, but that just never ever
do you
ever
think
happens.
it's possible that they just have a really good chief that's disgusted with his chain of command. I've seen it, or maybe the chief's dirty
chief,
himself.
Yeah, he found out that's the day he realized. But if you're, come on, you can walk around an agency and tell who's a shitbag
Yeah.
being an outsider. So that's the day. Like, I get it. It just sounds. I understand the downfall and the mental health that goes with the critical incident and all that, and it's possible to spiral out of control and get into that behavior. I did it with alcohol, so I can relate.
Yeah.
But
It's kind of an extreme to go to meth.
Yeah,
but if
it is, but
if it was introduced to him, he's a young guy. He's surrounded himself with people, with, again, Bible thumper, demonic intentions. They're people that bathe and live in sin all day.
and I'm sure, like him being a cop, we'll get information. We'll keep him close. We'll know what's going on. We can do our drugs in peace with the cop on board. Like all that, that all goes through their head. So, yeah.
I would love to talk to this chief of police. If anybody knows anybody in
What
New
was the
Orleans,
agency again?
New Orleans
City of
PD.
New Orleans,
Oh, it's a black female. I'm pretty sure.
1,000.
Well, at the time,
When
this
the-
happened years ago.
Like 2 years ago,
Yeah, but
when they got mowed down.
that doesn't sound like a black female, does it?
Yep. When she was the one that was on the news when the guy ran over everybody and they shot him in the parade.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it's a black female.
What year
Well,
was
I mean,
this?
that-
happened?
2 years
that
ago.
doesn't mean we don't want to talk to her.
No.
The current chief of police for the
Ann Kirkpatrick.
Ann Kirkpatrick,
You're already.
and she's white. Right?
Oh,
the
that's
old
right. It's
white
that
lady.
old white lady. That's right. I knew I made a
Looks like
meme
the
about.
mom from
I knew I
Jaws.
made a meme about her. I couldn't remember. She's the one that was on a
Holy
video.
shit.
Yeah, she's ancient.
Hey, Lewis, Google, what's her name?
Ann Kirkpatrick.
Ann Kirkpatrick, New Orleans PD.
She looks like she's about to get on her broom.
She looks like the
I'm
kid.
serious.
Remember the
dude.
kid in Jaws that got eaten by the shark and his mom? She slapped Chief Brody. Except she looks older than that.
Dude, like dude, I have a picture right here, man. Like,
Well, we're gonna have Lewis pull it.
Yeah,
up. Oh man,
yeah.
how long is it gonna take? A long time.
It-
Well, while Lewis does that, we'll go. Whoa, there she is. Oh yeah, you can pull it up and just show the Google browser.
He's working on it.
Dude, you're doing a good job, Lewis. StreamYard is actually a lot more complicated than Streamlabs that we were using before.
I don't think she's coming on the show.
Yeah, with
now.
the flow and all that.
Oh my goodness, that is an old lady.
She was. I trained her. I was her FTO. Yeah, I
Oh.
don't think she's coming on the show. She might come on if she could call in on a rotary. You got a landline in here?
Dude. All right. I mean, I'll still try and get her on. I would love to know. I would love to hear it from her. But yeah, all right, you can bring it down, Lewis. That's I don't know, she's probably not gonna come on now. We call her old.
I'm thinking of a meme.
Well, I mean, it's no insult to say an old person is old.
I'm thinking of a
We
meme.
went on and on though, to talk about
There was
old.
a meme I saw the other day. It was a video. It was an older lady, grandma, in like a water park with her family, and she was in pretty good shape for her age. And the first comment was like, "What's grandma's landline?" It was like the comments were fucking gold.
Dude,
It was like,
we're-
can your grandfather fight?"
Dude, she's probably gonna send us something by owl.
Oh man.
So we did a clip. I put out a clip. We talked on the night shift where we all go out in the other studio and we do it Thursday nights at 8 live. We talked about suppressors versus silencers, and we upset the entire internet with that clip. You guys read?
Oh, yeah,
we
you-
upset
the-
him a lot.
People are like, talking about fucking Hiram Maxim, and
Well, I mean, essentially, what were they arguing? The fact that
So the-
silencer was a term used.
right. So there's like, hey, silencers are real. The first one, I'm gonna go look at the comments again, but I want to say it was like Hiram Maxim, right, or one of those guys that basically patented the first noise canceling device that goes on the end of a barrel, and he called it a silencer.
Mhm.
Right. So technically it is true. And okay, cool. You know what else is true? People hear the term silencer. This is my argument against it. People hear the term silencer and they think that it's like the movies where you're like, remember in the 80s, like pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
Like that is not how
Like
it works.
GoldenEye.
Yeah. Like,
No one
I
hears
mean,
it.
everybody in this room, with the exception of probably Lewis, has fired a suppressed weapon at least once.
Lewis,
Right? Lewis, have
Yeah.
you fired out of a suppressor yet?
No,
Have you
have
never
you
got-
fired a gun?
no.
Oh, man. Okay.
Oh, we're going to the range.
We're going to the
He's
range.
one of our shooters.
Yeah. And so like people like Whoopi Goldberg and those cackling witches on The View will be like, it's a silencer, and you'll never hear it, and it's like that's not how it works.
Well, so the people in the comments were arguing that the silencer phrase
Yeah,
was used for all the patented, for the laws, for everything. And then what Jim was saying is that there's no such thing as something that can silence the sound of a firearm.
No.
It just doesn't exist.
I mean, sometimes when you load the clip, it's really it's louder. People
They're
magazine
not-
versus clip.
I
Yeah.
will say that the 2A community is one of the hardest ones to make happy at all.
yeah.
Yes, clip.
Here, I'm gonna go into the comments right now, and I'm gonna find the ones that I was looking at. So yeah, it was Hiram Maxim, and the original patent called it a silencer. So like, I'm sorry that we didn't go all the way back to when Hiram Maxim got his patent. Right, we weren't the SMEs that day. The guy that builds suppressors builds and sells them. And so like, we're asking questions like, hey, what's the difference? Right.
Brent, where's Brent? Brent was here today.
Yeah.
Brent was here today.
Yeah.
That's where Brent was. Brent was here. We had he came and stopped by.
Yeah. Brent was here.
So
He was-
Brent is in Orlando. Somewhere in Orlando.
Yeah, everybody shook hands
He,
with
he
him.
was just here a little while ago.
But yeah, so I think the argument is that it's obvious. like Jim was trying to be honest and upfront to people that might not know that there's no such thing as something that can silence the sound of a firearm. It just doesn't. exist.
Obviously, I mean, it's gonna make noise,
And we had the fucking.
but
gun
it's.
nerds.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
quiet.
I mean,
mean-
and that was what I caught the most hell from you guys about. Like, I was like, well, how loud is it?
Oh, that was
Right?
funny.
And I mean,
Jim, can you tell us what it sounds like?
well, according to my calculations,
How about we bring it? Like, we put a little range back here.
Little bullet trap in the back.
Yeah, we can set up. My buddy did. He built a little like indoor range. It's silence. You use frangible ammo, and we can just fire away, man.
Okay.
I'm joking. No,
Yeah,
I want nothing to do with it.
Tyler's like,
The
"Oh,
A-
all right,
the-
fuck it."
I,
The
I
ATF
said
has
this.
entered
I
the
said
chat.
this. I said this to you yesterday, and I mean it. If I never fire another gun, I'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean,
If I don't that if I have to use it in self defense or somebody steals my groceries, I'm going to shoot them for stealing the groceries.
I think when you're like me or you, where we loved the jobs that we did that required guns, we had become very efficient in shooting. Like me, Jimmy, and Mike probably could. I mean, I'm gonna challenge y'all, but maybe we can put
that a
up some range
dodgeball?
things. No, like we're talking. Like I'm a very, very, very good shot.
Pretty
And
good shot.
I-
Ooh, really?
Pretty good
Competition.
shot. I mean,
Really?
what are we doing? Are we doing the KD range? We're doing unknown distance? Like what
Oh,
are we doing?
we're doing
Are
handguns.
we doing
Fuck all
polka?
that
Oh,
rifle
handguns.
stuff.
I'm gonna tell you right
you're a
now.
grunt, so you're not gonna do as well with the handgun.
I know I'm not.
I when I came out, when I was almost in the contracting world, I was freaking out because the whips, all that was
It's
like you have to be
Glock.
proficient with it. I'm like,
Oh,
dude, I've
and
never shot a
I'll,
fucking.
I'll be honest with you though, like going through the whips training, the hardest part was actually the saw because of the way they want you to shoot the saw.
Yeah, I heard Jimmy Watson was saying like, dude, they are cutthroat with contracting.
Yep.
It's like tryout day when you go
When you go to the range,
and they don't.
Did you see that Devia's my wife shooting the other day?
Mm.
That saw Sig brought out their new. They have a machine gun, light machine gun, and it's silent.
Sig?
Yeah, and it's got a
Is it silent?
suppressor on it. Suppressor, and the guy was actually moving and shooting with it, like running the different spots, showing how light and maneuver.
Yeah,
is.
for the
It's
military.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
so the infantry now in the army now has 2 new weapons. They're not. I think there's some units that are still running M4s and saws, but the most of them have gone to the M7 and that Sig. I want to say it's a 250 something. Yeah, it's a Sig 250.
It ran
It-
smooth. She
and-
posted 2 videos on her story, shooting in prone, and
It's-
then the
and
guy
it's-
was shooting standing.
I think I want to say it's same caliber. It's 7.62.
Yeah, it looks 7.62.
It's 7.62, but
Oh,
it's
wow.
lighter than the saw.
How?
I don't know.
This guy, I watched it. The guy was literally running around like it was a rifle, like an M4. He was running around with it. He was setting it on different platforms. He was kneeling, standing.
Oh, watch everybody.
limited-
Watch everybody get upset when I post it.
Yeah, so the M250 light machine gun. and it's in,
not a machine
it's in 6.8.
What the
It's
hell
in
does that
6.
mean?
It's in 6.8. That's the caliber. It's
Oh,
in
okay.
6.8.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Is that like close to 7.62?
Well, if
No,
you
it's
do the
smaller.
Subtract.
Jimmy, how
7.62 minus-
big is a 6.8?
6.8. Well, let's pull. Wait, we can pull. I mean,
I'm joking.
I've never fired 6.8. I don't like 6.5 Creedmoor. I mean, there's a lot of
You're
guys.
speaking Spanish at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. I mean, like I
Are you a gun guy, Jimmy?
Yeah.
You are? Okay.
Oh yeah. I mean, I got probably like 4 of my buddies that are distributors, and one guy that's probably the best AR builder in the state.
Easy. We're working on sponsorship.
Yeah. He's a builder, not a manufacturer.
All right.
Although you do have to get a manufacturer.
Yeah.
So the Sig 250, that thing it's in 6.8, and the reason why the infantry's transitioning to 6.8 is on a near peer threat. We want to be able to hit them in the body armor and do damage, and 5.56 isn't going to cut it, and 7.62 is kind of too big, so 6.8 is kind
Kinda
of
The
too
good
big.
thing about the
This
Sig-
is perfect.
the good thing about the Sig machine gun, they set it up and it goes off randomly, so it keeps,
It's like a turret.
It's a turret. It's like, you put the
It's
thing
like
out in
from
the yard
Aliens.
to keep the birds away and to keep the pigeons away. Yeah, they got that feature there. You
Hey,
can,
did you guys see that laser?
Uh-oh.
Laser mosquito thing.
It's
No.
it's not true.
It's
Ryan's back in.
not.
He's trying to come tell you that's not a thing.
It doesn't work.
All right. So I got a message on Patreon as well.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is good. It's just somebody I just copied
shoot?
and pasted it.
Yeah. I
Dude,
used to competitively shoot.
really?
Yeah.
Tell
What-
us. What'd you shoot?
So I used to do pistol, rifle, 22 rifle, and then I did
Like
Nine-
steel challenges and stuff?
yeah,
So you weren't like 3-gun or anything like
no,
that?
I was gonna do 3-gun, but then 2020 happened, and then I never.
That damn knee on the neck, man, killed
Yeah,
everything.
And
Tyler's buddy.
No, but
Oh, Derek.
the steel target stuff was a lot of fun. I got a couple
Like,
of national champion
really?
medals, first place in the nation. Yeah,
I cannot outshoot Jack.
And you just sat here.
I'm fast.
You just sat here and let Tyler tell you he was the greatest shooter on earth, and you didn't even flex on him, man.
no.
Dude, we got to when your flight gets canceled Monday, and you're back again. You got to flex on him when he talks.
He's gonna
that noise.
day of the event. He's gonna pull the
He's
cancer
gonna
card. I don't feel good.
He's pulling out
I got
cancer.
real sick.
leukemia. Dude, so like when I was going through whips, we had canine handlers that had been in the military, so they had the prerequisite military experience.
Yeah.
And then they had been, most of them were Leos after they got out.
Mhm.
They killed it on the pistol range.
Yeah.
But when we got to machine guns or the
Oh,
grenade
yeah.
launcher,
That's the
it was like,
How's
dude-
a cop gonna know how to shoot a grenade launcher?
yeah, I mean, like, well, and it's like,
My
Call of
district
Duty?
was in Chicago.
Call of Duty.
yeah, you know, I mean, but like, I mean, you shot the saw. I mean, you know how much to fire a 3-round burst out of the saw and do it
You know
repeatedly.
what's funny is that I was in the infantry and I was on the line, obviously, but I wasn't a saw gunner, so therefore you don't really
No,
shoot
you
unless
shoot it
you're a
once
saw gunner. You
in a
don't.
while, very long
And
while.
when you go to the range, the saw gunners typically don't get to do the saw gun, the saw. They have to shoot the rifle. The infantry, I don't know if it's changed, but when I was in, you went to the range once every quarter, maybe for quals.
Yeah,
I mean, the infantry sucks. You're just unloading connexes all day.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
doing stupid
Or
work.
you're out in
mopping
the
the
field
floor.
running around
Yeah.
shooting blanks that are gonna, you know, like,
Oh, they can't wait to send you to the field for 3 weeks because that gives them purpose. Like you're needed. You are the infantry. So, but when they have a million dudes sitting around America on bases waiting for war,
yeah.
they have to find stuff for them to do.
And
It's
then they send us down to JRTC, and guys like Mike fuck us up.
greatest
Okay,
job ever.
So here's a question for you, because we've talked about it a couple of times. Like, how easy was it to fuck up a line unit?
Well, here the factors we had in our favor were: one, you guys didn't take care of your zero on your miles gear.
Yeah,
you guys threw your gun.
facts.
You were miserable. You're thousands of miles from home. You're miserable. You flew there. You're not going to see your family for a month and a half. We could go home anytime we wanted.
Yeah.
So
morale is up.
I used to carry that. We used to carry our rifles around like babies. We would never slam it. If your rifle fell, like if you put up against a tree to piss and it fell, stop. We re-zeroed it immediately. We had a guy walk away with the miles gear. We would re-zero it. So our marksmanship was way above
the
yours.
miles
We had,
more.
and I actually had a red dot. That back in the day, it was a big red flashlight on the end of my gun. it was about this big around, but I actually had a red dot.
He had the
1990
original laser.
I had the
Dazzler,
I had the
the
day
Dazzler.
one red dot. The day one red dot. It was as big as his desk, and you put it on top of my gun. But so we used optics. We had red dots. We had all that stuff zeroed in. 3 OP4 could kill 50, 60 people in 20 minutes, no problem.
And that's
It was simple.
That's a true testament
Yeah.
to invading a foreign country. Is that it's their
Dude, we
foot.
knew everything.
They go back home at the end of the night and come fight the guys
Yeah.
that are
Yeah.
deployed to their country.
Yeah.
And they have
We
to
would,
like,
and even comms back then sucked, but we were able to put a plan together. I remember one night I said, "Let me see if I can do it." I actually captured an Avenger. I snuck on the drop, the fucking
yeah.
missile. I
Yeah,
crawled
the
on the drop zone. I like took my shirt off and like tucked it in back so I looked like everybody else, and like low crawled up a hill, got out, grabbed an OC, and I was like, "Hey, I'm stealing this thing." And he's like, brought things like $1 million. I'm like, "Well, I'm going to shoot it at something." He's like,
no rules.
"Yeah." So I went over, like, killed the driver who was like sleeping in the seat, and then like fucking fired the thing, and then they knocked down a helicopter. But it was just we could infiltrate. Your guys. I felt bad for you guys. You guys are away from home. It was miserable, and we would like I said, I used to keep 2 cards in my pocket. For those who don't know, it was like a role playing game. So you
Yep.
had like a card in your pocket that the OC opened if you got shot. So I'd have a KIA in one pocket, so I knew I was going home, and I had a return to duty in the other pocket.
In case you want to say.
Yeah, they said, "Oh, okay, you nicked your arm." I would pull a bandage out, wrap it up, and they go, "Okay, you got 5 minutes, take off, and you're back in the game." And we also cheated with keys. We had the green key, the master key. If we were far away and we got sniped and beep, we would just cover the sound real quick, or some guys would tape their sound mic up and we would just reset it. And so we cheated a little, but the good news, like you said, is by cheating and doing that, we took pride in the job, which made better training for the guys
Yeah.
visiting. It was
Because
like, we
got-
can't kill this fucking guy.
We got our asses kicked every time we went to NTC, except the last time. except for the last time.
It was cool. It was a cool job.
Um,
That's why I didn't stay in.
before I was rudely interrupted by everybody, that
Mm.
message I was talking about.
Oh, so sorry.
No, you're good, man. Just kidding. Somebody said, I have a question. Been listening for a long time. I was kind of put off when you guys talked about pension spiking. I have almost 19 years on, spent over half career in the spec ops world, narc, street crimes, gangs, and now a SWAT team leader. I'm in a large agency, and now I have the opportunity to work at a high pay as a supervisor, paying job as a supervisor. It is wrong. Is it wrong or bad that I am working on my pension being higher, putting in the hours so I can live more comfortably when I'm done? The job is a job and will never be what it was a decade ago. I just think you guys kind of sound like you're bashing cops out there grinding, trying to make their family comfortable on the back end.
No way.
No, no.
Yeah.
I said, hey, man, so if you recall, one of the recent times we discussed this, I told the listeners to put themselves in the shoes of the 18, 19-year cop, to throw away your family's well-being for standing for what's right. I even get into it with Mike about it. There's a wide spectrum on this issue. I'd love to discuss it with you sometime. So what I was talking about, the spectrum, is we've talked about it. There's a difference between, just riding out your career and enforcing unconstitutional things like mask mandates, right? So always the masks bring it to the table, right? So we're talking about, and I always felt bad for those cops that had 19 years on the job, and then COVID hits, and you're going to be like, I stand for something. I stand for the Constitution. I stand for what's right. There's a word for it. What is it, guys? Jimmy?
Integrity?
No, it was a word I'd never heard before that you used, but you're standing for what's right, and you quit your job, and then you got to go home and face your wife and your family and say, hey, the next 20, 30 years we had planned on, it's all changed.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for those cops, but at the other side of it, that's why this is such a crazy topic, is that you talk about, well, so we're just going to have an occupation of a bunch of spineless dudes that do what they're told.
Yeah. I don't know what he, like, I'm losing him where if he's going to continue to lead at a high level and do the right thing, I advocate for him to get promoted to that high level. One of my good friends is a high ranking guy down in South Florida agency. And he's trying to get to that level to protect the team that he's on. And he has to give up the team and go to a higher level because some of the administration doesn't like the team. But so I always advocate, there is nothing wrong. Like, look at it like a sports guy. Like if you're hitting all the home runs and you're going to make as much money as you can, if you're being a really good cop and you're taking care of your guys, I advocate for you to get promoted, make as much money as you can. But as long as the integrity is there, that you're doing it for the guys and you're doing it for the right reason, not a guy that gets promoted and then goes and locks his office door and doesn't come out for, goes to lunch, comes home, comes in late, goes home early. That's the guy that's a piece of shit. But if you're a team guy, you're a street crimes guy, you're a SWAT commander,
you're one of the boys.
and you're working your ass off and do it. Make 200 grand, make 250 grand. But as long as you're taking care of the guys, I think that's great.
Well, and I think the other thing that you were saying too is that, like, there's so many people that talk about their pensions, but they don't even know what it is. They don't even know that number.
No.
And it's like, hey man, you need to be, you need to understand exactly what this is before you go, hey, I'm willing to enforce this thing because it's kind of a gray area. And because I've got to do it I got a buddy of mine right now who's in the FDNY, and I'm like, dude, get your ass out of there. And he's like, I can't, man, the pension.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. You can make a lot of money with the government. You can work overtime. If you're doing it for the right reason and you're doing the job, work 100 hours a week if you can. Do it, but make sure you're working. My problem is with the guys that get to that higher level and then they start schluffing, but they're making a lot of overtime. They're working extra hours. Dude, I was working 16-hour days. I loved it. I was putting people in jail and I was making a lot of money, but I wasn't stealing the money. There's guys that will work, I'm going to work this detail, take off that day, work this, work that, and they're not doing any police work. They're lazy. That's the guy I'm talking about. I'm not talking about a hustler that's getting promoted and working his ass off to make a lot more money, but he's also providing a lot more service by working those hours. I'm an advocate for that.
Yeah.
I'd rather have hardworking dudes working doubles than shitbag cops working regular shifts.
We talk about the COVID mask mandates that, cops were the bad guys for, but look at what COVID did to government workers. Take the jab or get out.
Yeah.
You're 18 years in, somebody says, hey, you're taking this jab or you're out. and your religion, your values, whatever it is, says I cannot do this.
And they learned that's where the learning lesson was. But the George Floyd thing was mixed in, and there was all that.
I love
Can't
Summer of love, baby.
It was all mixed in, but that was the social experiment. Can we make an entire nation conform, cops included? And they did. But so that's where I look at this now and go, if you're only doing it for yourself and your family, that's as a public servant, as a self-proclaimed hero. If you're only doing it for that reason, then you're wrong. If you're out fucking with citizens for all the wrong reasons, you're a fucking piece of shit. But if you're out doing the right thing, you know your constitution, you know the laws, and you're make as much money as you want.
Jack and I had a conversation about this morning when you were talking about, like, you know, going out and getting the calls and doing those things. Do you remember we were talking about, it's like, go for it, man.
Well, I just think in general, I mean, well, what do you really want to talk about?
Yeah, just the
He goes,
yeah.
we had a great conversation. Tell us about it.
Yeah. When we were talking
What
about
specifically?
when we were talking
I need
about,
my
like,
lawyer.
hey, you got to be out there for the right reasons. You got to be out there doing, you know, you're doing this for, you know, you're serving the community, trying to go out there and do the right things. And you were a guy that, I mean, like, I'll take the guy with cancer on the SWAT team at this point. I mean, like, you know, because you've got integrity and you've got, like, the desire to go out there. Like, I don't care how much I get paid. I like doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's how I was. I mean, even when I started this job, it wasn't all about the pay. It was about what I felt satisfied doing. I mean, I grew up in a first responder family. My dad's a volunteer firefighter. So I was like, I'm here for what the job has to provide. But obviously there's a lot of people who aren't in that job for that.
And when
purpose.
maybe a little, we're getting confused with that comment is, like you said, know your pension. If you're going to go bust your ass and you're talking about, I'm doing it for the retirement and all that, make sure you know what that actually looks like when it's over. Because 25 years, I'll tell you, 25 years goes fast. I would have been, I did 26 in law enforcement, and it's like, I'm sorry, 23. So that goes fast. And at the end, you're going, I started looking at it about 5 years out, and I'm like, that's not really, I'm not gonna be able to live on that. I don't know, if I don't change my life, or I don't do a couple things different. If I don't get these bills paid down, if I don't get rid of any of this debt, I'm not gonna be able to go buy a $70,000 car. Like, I'm gonna have to buy a $20,000 car. Like, know what you're getting into, so that when you're out there doing all that high speed stuff for the retirement, know what that retirement actually looks like, and if you're gonna be able to manage. There's a bunch of guys that go around, like financial advisors, that help out cops and do that stuff. Even if it's $25 a paycheck or something, start putting money away.
That secondary retirement.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what
Nationwide deferred comp.
Yep, deferred comp.
Yeah.
That's what I did. As soon as I started, I mean, there's a lot of people who neglect starting the investing in a deferred comp program, but I think that's the best way to start to help build that pension.
And no, it's not cool, because everybody can find an extra $25 for a gym membership, or I can buy another gun this week, or I can buy my ammo, or I can go to the bar and drink $150 bar tab. Everybody can find money for that, because it's instant gratification.
It's not sexy and it's not mandated.
But taking that $100 a month for when you're 19, and when you get old and like a dinosaur like me, that's a lot of money.
It is.
You know, my account made like 15 grand last quarter. Like, it's like, where are you gonna make that?
Thanks for the money flex, Mike.
No. I spent it all today. It's all gone. I spent double. It's all gone. But what I'm saying is make sure you're investing, and make sure you're prepared to. One day you might end up on the other end. You might get cancer.
Yeah.
You know, you might get cancer at 23. You really didn't have a chance to prepare.
No.
At 53 or 43, you had a chance to prepare yourself to get, like, okay, like even me, you know, you with the health insurance, like, if you're going to make moves, you have to be ready. Like, what is the repercussion?
When I left, I was like, you have to factor in the two things you got to factor in when you leave government work. Really, the two biggest things are health insurance, like, because I went into self-employment, like, so health insurance and retirement. Those things are menial. They're very little, and when they do, they come out of your paycheck, so you don't have to pay them. So it's like they're not there. So you're used to getting what you get every paycheck. This is what I get every paycheck. So not only do you got to make that, but you also got to make enough money to pay for health insurance and retirement.
We are all very, very crooked accountants when it comes to our own money, because we were like, oh, there's no, I'll be fine. I'm going to do that. Oh, I got a $2 pay raise. I'm going to buy that truck. Like, we're all great about it until you look at it one day and go, man, I'm only going to make $4,000, $5,000 a month when I retire. Like, I was making $8,000 when I was working with all that overtime. Now I'm making 5. I got the same car payment, the same mortgage payment, the same bills, and now I'm getting 3. Oh wait, guess what? You got to pay for insurance now out of your pocket.
Yep.
You don't get that 75% agency contribution
Fucking
anymore.
crazy thing, dude. The guys retire, they do 25, 30 years, and then they got to go work because they cannot afford. And insurance, by the way, when you're 60 is a lot of fucking money because you're going to be going to the doctor a lot more. So the insurance game, although it's the biggest fucking fraud ever introduced other than COVID into our country.
It's so bad.
Health insurance and
like I
car
got an argument
insurance.
on Facebook with when I posted about our thumbnail, and healthcare for everybody, healthcare. It's become a Democrat Republican argument, but it's really why did you make people's health monetized? People, you're banking on you're banking on the dude getting cancer to charge him $300,000 to save his life. Like
You sound like you want to go live in New York, Mike.
no, but no.
Dude, if you ever want to talk
That
about
wasn't when we wrote that Constitution. Nowhere was anybody thinking we're going to charge people
well, I mean, back then,
outrageous
doctors
money.
were trying to heal people
to-
with snake oil. So
Hey, they only lived to be like 35, but they had a good life, man. There's no
They were
rules.
fathers of 3x14.
Yeah, there's no rules. They could,
And you're right. We should do an entire episode, not an entire episode. We should do a Patreon exclusive of all the things in the Constitution and how our founding fathers had no idea what we were going to be doing.
Like I
in
said, the
250
First
years.
Amendment, we could spend a month on that.
dude, I mean, if you can you imagine if you broke out one of these in front of our founding fathers, you'd be burned at the stake as a
Yeah.
you know, like, unless now if we handed them an AR-15, they'd be like, this is fucking
Yeah, we wrote
awesome.
that. We knew about that one. We planned that one.
Yeah.
We didn't plan for everybody to know where you lived. We didn't
Yeah.
plan, all this nonsense. So,
I mean, if we told them like, yeah, the government watches us pretty much 24/7 anytime we're outside of our house, and a lot of times in the side of our house, they would have been like, what in the fuck are you
Yeah.
talking about? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. We're doing better. We're doing
Yeah.
better. No F bombs, no R words,
I
no
just
G
dropped
words. It's okay. It's all right. We get a couple. Quick shout out, Flatline Fiber Company. Go to flatlinefiberco.com. Use promo code antihero15 and save 15% on your rifle slings, IFAKs, dump pouches, and baseline bags. Founded in 2019, they are made in America with a lifetime warranty, trusted by SWAT teams, high-level military units, and police agencies around the globe. They make gear you can trust. Flatline Fiber Company, flatlinefiberco.com. Use promo code antihero15, save 15%. And of course, we're all wearing it. Counterculture Inc. threads. I don't have something for you on there, Lewis, because I'm the worst. It's my own company, and we don't have. Oh, there you go. Sort of. You can kind of do that. Go to countercultureinkthreads.com. Use promo code antihero. Save 15% on. You can take it off, Lewis. On all these dope ass hats we're wearing, the shirts me and Mike are wearing, they're on there.
hat. That's mine.
That's mine. Yeah, I got to cop Bill's website for that. But yeah, countercultureinkthreads.com. Use promo code antihero.
And,
Save 15%.
breaking news. Everybody was talking a little bit about the Cowboys, 24-year-old Cowboy. News just broke. He was involved in a police pursuit. They lost sight of him and then found his car on the side of the road with a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
What? Okay, we're covering this right now. First off, we're going into that. Then we're going into New York. But we have to, we got to do a quick break.
We got to pay the bills.
Yeah, we got to go quick commercial break. We got to talk about Patreon, the winner, and then we're going to get right into that. Got it.
Over a century ago in 1910, the Flexner Report, funded by John D. Rockefeller and the Carnegie Foundation, re-engineered medical education from a holistic, whole-body approach, which appropriately treated the body as an interconnected system, to a compartmentalized approach under the guise of specialized medicine. They shut down or consolidated medical schools, marginalized naturopathic, homeopathic, and chiropractic medicine, replacing them with symptom management and synthetic drugs. Allopathy is a marketing strategy rooted in fear and manipulated science. This philosophy carried into veterinary medicine, resulting in over-vaccination, unnecessary surgeries, and manufactured food, just like they did for people. They call it care, but it's predatory and based in profitability. The truth? Toxicity, compromised immunity, and chronic inflammation. They're not fate. They're engineered. And so is your power to undo them. We built 3 targeted formulas to return the body to homeostasis, for pets and people. To detox, defend, and restore. We are the correction to decades of corruption. We are vengeance.
And we're back. All right, we're gonna do the Patreon giveaway.
Jack can do it. You can push the
Maybe.
button. Maybe.
Hopefully, we're doing the Patreon giveaway.
Oh boy.
What's today's date?
Today is the 6th.
Dude, my watch is on
6th
the
of
wrong time.
November.
Look at the date. It's backwards. It's like 12 hours ahead.
Oh shit!
It's 12:09 a.m.
On the 7th.
Yeah. Amazon, 1999.
All
There
right.
we
So
go,
what
there
are we
we
giving away today?
Only.
All right, so we are giving away veteran-owned fragrance company called Triangle Fragrance. They are the bougie fragrances. They compete with what do you call them? What are some other cologne companies?
The big ones like
Gucci.
what's that big one? Creed.
Yeah,
Those other ones.
they
Yeah.
Jimmy's camera got bonked.
Oh man.
Yeah, Freedom Triangle. They go to the same conventions as all these other fragrances go, but they're pro America and they're veteran owned. So that's kind of their thing. So they're giving away a free bottle of cologne to our Patreon. So what we do is we go like this. Random number generator. I went to call my wife accidentally.
Don't say that. It's always on purpose.
It's always on purpose.
Jerry wants to call in.
Oh,
Jerry?
let's get Jerry.
Can he come on? Ask him if he can remote or he
Jer-
wants to call in.
Jerry, the Jerry?
Yes,
Jerry.
the Jerry.
I know he said he had a meeting or something this morning.
All right,
I don't
here.
remember.
Do you have a link to send him or?
I got it. I'll do it. But
Okay.
tap this number. Just tap it. What's it? What is it?
7.
It went back to 7?
Yeah.
Okay. 7. The winner of the cologne bottle is Zach Brandt. So Zach, we will get you shipped out here shortly. Thank you guys all for participating and supporting us on Patreon. We're gonna have a lot more content for you, as well as some dope ass giveaways like this, a giant ass bottle of cologne
That's good stuff.
made in America.
So back to the breaking news. Story broke this morning that Marshawn Nealand of the Cowboys passed away. And when they say passed away and there's no other information with it, usually believe it's a suicide. I didn't
Right.
know the police angle, but apparently he is he was involved in a pursuit, failed to stop. They lost sight of the vehicle. And then the Texas Department of Public Safety confirmed that they found the vehicle abandoned and he was deceased inside with a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
So was he committing crimes?
It was just a traffic violation. He was in the game Sunday. He actually scored a touchdown, recovered a punt for the Cowboys, or recovered a punt in the end zone for a touchdown. And there's no other information at this point other than about 10:30 p.m. They tried a traffic stop. He refused to stop. He was engaged in a pursuit, but lost sight of the vehicle. His car was later found abandoned, and authorities began searching the area and was found
There's-
later dead.
Gotta be something else going on
Nope.
there.
Oh, something else in his life, maybe. I'm not
Yeah.
going to speculate, but
Well, I mean, do you think the argument is that you can? How do I say this? You can take it out of the thing, but you can't take
no,
the thing out
no,
of
I
that.
can't. We're not
No,
talking about that.
I
Keep
mean,
going.
Dude,
Next,
yeah.
I'm just saying, dude. These guys. Is he a brand new player?
he's young, 24.
24-year-old
Scored a
player in the
touchdown.
Second,
NFL?
second season.
Scored a touchdown.
Just stop the car, dude.
Yeah, you're in
What
the
are you
NFL.
doing,
You're in
man?
the NFL. You're gonna be fine. I mean, like, I don't know how it is for most places, but I know that like a lot of agencies, they have like a special place where they put all of their famous people when they get arrested.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that was hard to deal with over here. My left.
Statistically, just to get to that level of play,
Oh, who's the bad guy? Who's going to be the bad guy in the story?
who the cops?
The police.
Oh yeah,
I was actually riding here.
Ben Crump's on the way. I'm sure.
Yeah, I was riding here listening to the NFL radio on Sirius, and I heard that. I didn't really know who it was, but they're like, we have tragic news, and I'm like, oh man, that sucks, dude. That's awful. And they're playing it up, and now when this comes out, suicide because he ran from the cops. Like, I don't.
I
Do you think they're going to cover that?
This won't be about no. I mean, there was no
Something else was going on.
there was no engagement with the police to have a. If it would be much bigger if there was a shootout, anything like that. But the fact that they later, there'll be somebody like, yeah, right, they went and shot him and then drove away and cooked it. There'll be somebody, but it sounds pretty unfortunate. Like, you don't know if it's mental health, all the CTE issues they have in the NFL. Is it, like you said, is he just a guy that was a bad guy and made it through? Like, you don't know.
I mean, it could have just been, like the Joker says.
Does he have a criminal record?
I don't know, but I mean, like,
Which
sometimes it's
Joker?
just the Joker.
Oh,
Like
the Joker.
the Joker from
Like Heath
Batman.
Ledger?
No, like the comic book character.
Oh, okay.
All it takes is one bad day, right, to
Yeah,
break
to
somebody.
snap.
Yeah, to snap. And for all we know, I mean, his wife's left him, his dog's dead, his mom's got, getting ready to lose the house, and something's wrong on the football team, and now he's about to get pulled over by the cops, and he's just like, fuck it, I'm running. And that, like, it's not as bad as it seems, bro. And if he could just reach out to somebody, I mean, I've known people that have killed themselves, and it was like, dude, you had everything going for you. What's going on?
That's
here?
true. That's a good point. That's a great point.
I'm too immature for any of this.
The Joker.
You
thing,
can't
that might-
start. You can't start.
Yeah, I can't even mention the Joker.
No,
now.
you can't. In that context of
The problem is everyone watching knows exactly what we're talking about. But
Yeah.
Man, we have Jerry Worms, I believe, ready to.
Is he in?
Yeah,
Jerry Worms, the GOAT,
The
the
GOAT.
OG of modern policing.
For those that don't know, we're gonna bring Jerry in. He was the initial day one, episode 1 of Cops 1989 Broward County, and he is what every street cop should emulate. Well, you can't say some of the things he said nowadays, but his
Stop,
level,
I'll shoot you in the back.
yeah, his level of patrolling and his level of street knowledge and the way he interacted with people and criminals and informants would be the standard for something smells good. Oh, that's stuff
my
you're eating?
pouches,
All right, yeah. So we're gonna bring Jerry on.
Jerry,
What's up, guys?
What's up, Jerry?
what are you doing?
I just got off of work and I'm sitting down at the dinner table with having lunch with the family.
You just got off work?
Yeah,
At noon?
What are you working? I heard you say
I
that.
work
I
in the
didn't ask-
morning at a canine center.
Oh, that's
just,
right. You did
helping-
tell me that. You did tell me that.
Okay.
So
What do
yeah, I do it like part-time gig just to get out of the house.
When are you going to start a podcast, Jerry?
I don't know if I could do a podcast. I don't know how many guests can I get.
Unlimited, man.
We can't get any of your old clients because they're all dead. So you can't. Tell it. That's pretty cool. what you do
My
with the
son
dog.
said that I'm technically challenged, so I probably would
You
have a
are
hard time.
very, very.
You can move in with Mike.
Somebody said collab. Jerry didn't collab. I'm like, Jerry doesn't have no idea what that means.
He did eventually.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Liz must have helped.
Yeah, I got the peanut gallery behind me here.
Tell us about the dog things. That was pretty cool. What you train him with that for the barns and all that, right? You do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we do. It's a center that does. It's it's a doggy daycare center, but they also do rally training and they do agility training, and then they have a thing called barn hunt, where the dogs hunt for rats, and then they also I do training with I teach the dogs how to walk on a treadmill.
And I remember because you're gonna make fun of me because I'm the animal guy. But when he was explaining the rat thing to me, I was very concerned the rats don't get eaten, and they don't. They put them in like a tube, right?
Yeah, they're in a plastic tube with holes in it, so the dogs can grab the tube, but they can't get the rat.
All right.
Just shake it up.
You can't. Yeah, you can't make sure the rat's okay.
Hey, get my son over here. He wants to say hello to Jack.
Come on in. Come on in.
Come on in.
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing?
Take your hoodie.
Good. How are you?
Such a dad thing to say.
So my son just got home from a job that he was doing in Indiana,
Illinois.
Illinois. I mean,
How'd that go?
Not well.
Not
Now
well.
you, are your SNAP benefits in yet?
he don't need SNAP. He's got me.
No, you did. All right, good. What I hear that Dad's a little more upset when you leave than Mom. Is that true? Dad's the soft one.
What?
No,
No.
my mom was crying as soon as.
Oh man.
Yeah.
When you guys coming down here?
We're gonna have to do that. We'll have to make a family trip. We were in South Florida in August, but never got to Orlando. So we'll have to.
Our live show was?
Yeah.
Yeah, the last live. Yep.
August 18th.
Yeah, in the live there. But Yeah, I mean, we'll have to, if we make a drive, then we'll stop in Orlando. But I flew down to Florida, South Florida. So, and we're not big fans of Disney World. I'm sorry.
Hey, they got Universal, 2 Universals.
Yeah,
3.
we spent a lot of time at the Wide World of Sports when he was playing baseball, and it's ESPN Wide World of Sports there, and
Yep.
it's
Almost got arrested.
a real money grab. I tell you that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disney
I mean,
police.
they charge you $30 just to get in to see your son play baseball, and then when you get in there, you can't bring a cooler, so you got to spend $5.50 for every Gatorade you buy him.
It's probably double
They
now.
wouldn't let you sneak your beer in, Jerry.
Nope, couldn't bring anything in. So,
All right.
Jack,
Yeah.
are you enjoying yourself in this podcast world now?
Oh, I am. It's a blast. It feels natural. It's fun.
Yeah.
We're hiring, man.
Yeah.
You ready? You can
Yeah,
stay.
you and Jerry on a podcast.
Yeah,
that's what I was
Jack-
thinking.
Jack and Jerry.
Jack and Jerry podcast.
The last podcast you did, what was it? When was the last one you did, Jack?
The one with Mike. When was that? September?
Yeah,
Something like
it's been
that.
a while.
Well, I mean, the last one you did, Anti-Hero. That was
Monday.
Oh, that
Monday.
was Monday.
That was
Monday.
Monday.
Yeah. Well, some of the comments, I made some comments about how, the whole thing about the thin blue line, and a lot of people want to piss on it and say that, it's not true. And yeah, there are some real negative things about it, but without our connection through, counterculture, we would have never met. And, I say it's alive and well when it comes to us.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's the warrior mindset.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And I mean, gotta love that. Just the ability that guys from 2 different generations of cops. I mean, he was on in 1989. How old were you in 1989?
He wasn't
Wasn't
alive,
that
bro.
thoughts?
He was born after 9/11.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I was. Oh my god! So I mean, just that right there alone. I mean, when
Yeah.
you think about that, the
And
disparity.
that's the cop inside, because
Right.
the cop inside, 1, maybe 2 generations separate, can still the blue line. It's you're a cop. You
Yeah.
could on
you
paper
went out there and did
you
the
could write
job.
why you love police work on a piece of paper. Jerry could write why he loves police work on a piece of paper and sit them side by side, and people could be like, oh yeah, these are 2 cops that work together because it's cop work. It doesn't the age doesn't separate.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep, Jerry was minding his business up there, and one meme turned him into brought him out of retirement.
Now you're on baseball cards and
Brought him out of
t-shirts.
retirement. Yeah.
I got my what would Jerry do shirt on.
What did Jerry do?
You forced me to join social media, which I was never on. So now I'm on what is this? Instagram. I'm sorry, I
Instagram.
forgot. I was thinking of Facebook. I'm not on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. So now I talk to a lot of guys on Instagram. They DM me all the time.
I put a lot of
And,
work into trying to find you, before Liz found me. I
Yeah.
was Googling and looking.
Oh, really?
And, yeah, I did. I was looking. I'm like, I got to find
How did you find Jerry?
Well, obviously cops, everybody knew that, but Nick Hatton would be the reason that the real reason that we're all here. It would be my buddy Nick made the first meme, and he was a young kid as well. He's just a few years older than Jack, but he looked up to Jerry as a kid. He was
Yeah.
like, this is the guy. Like, this is the guy. So he started sending me these memes with Jerry doing all his little one-liners and all that, and he put the meme together. I'm like, let me try to find this guy. So I started Googling. I started like LinkedIn. I go on everywhere. And I couldn't find him. I'm like, this guy doesn't. He's
He's
gone.
living in retirement.
He's gone. And then
Paradise.
then I started. There's a guy I follow. That I think he worked. He worked down there. His dad worked with you, I believe. He's a fireman down in South Florida. He's like, well, I think he retired. And then I got the DM from Liz, and I'll never forget the day Jerry called me. I was like starstruck. I was like, I'm like, hey, do you mind if I call? And 2 seconds later, my phone's ringing. I'm like, Joanna, Jay Worms is calling me. Like, call the neighbors. Everybody, calm down. Like, let me sit on the couch. I'm like, Jerry's calling me. It was the coolest. It was the coolest phone call I've gotten. It was really cool.
And that's kind of like how mine was too. And when you and I were talking,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Hey, what's your phone number?" I sent it. I was like, "Oh, cool." I'm sitting downstairs. I'm with my girlfriend watching a movie, and I stopped and I looked at her, and she goes, "What?" I was like, "Jerry Worms is calling me. I gotta go."
well, I'm having a great time, hooking up with these guys and talking to everybody and the counterculture group. all the different podcasts I've been doing with you guys, and it's just been a blast for me. And it's like it got me back into thinking about police work and what I used to do, and things have changed. But you know what? A lot of things still remain the same as far as being, I'd say, command presence, going hands on with somebody. That doesn't change. That doesn't change no matter what tools you have or anything like that. So I talk to a lot of guys about stuff like that.
And it's good that they have somebody like that.
Well, I think it was what I want to say was the podcast you were on, Jerry, with Kenny Williams, Beyond the Barrel, where Kenny was talking about use of force is just ugly, no matter what year it is, no matter if it's 1912 or it's 2025. Taking someone's freedoms away that don't want it to happen is going to look ugly. And now it's just the public gets to see it firsthand. It's like you said, war footage.
Yeah.
We're watching war footage that we're never supposed to see. We're also watching police apprehensions in real time on Instagram.
You're right, and it's not pretty. It's a net, as much as we joke and all that, liberal Mike, but it's a necessary. It has to happen in order for good to prevail. Good people are going to have to take bad people into custody, and sometimes it's very, very ugly. And back when Jerry was doing it, it was a lot more. There was less, press involvement, less, admin involvement. It was part of the job. And as the job's gotten softer, like we joked about, Jerry, you wouldn't get away with half of the stuff you did back then now. And
no, you got to adjust to the times.
You weren't doing it wrong.
Yeah.
You weren't wrong, but you're not going to beat anybody with nunchucks in 2025. It's not going to happen.
I think we should.
Well,
I think we should.
I agree, but it's not.
Well, the whole thing about de-escalation too is a bunch of bullshit. Where sometimes you just got to punch a guy in the face.
Yeah, I agree.
and to me, if you see a guy, you're on a domestic and a guy's balling up his fists, and he's about to do something. Sometimes you just got to give him one shot, and then that de-escalates everything because it doesn't get any further than that.
But the hard part is that the public will never understand that feeling. So it looks bad to them when you punch a guy in the face that you're like, he was just standing there. No, he started breathing heavy. His nostrils were flaring. He started to ball his fist up.
Based on my training and
so
experience.
I knocked his block off, and it's like, I agree with that. I agree that
once you're not reacting.
Escalation is part of de-escalation.
Yeah.
Because if I knock this dude down right now, cuff him, it may look bad for 5 seconds, but if I allow him to get the upper hand first, that recovery looks way worse, and I may not recover.
Well, look at commanding a scene. Sometimes a scene is so chaotic and so crazy that when you show up, you have to point at people and say, sit the fuck down. You back up. You back up. Yep. Once you control that scene, you can go back to talking. But we've seen videos where cops show up and they're like, guys, please stop. And they're like, dude, get away from me. I'm not going to listen to you. You have no authority.
More force now is less force later.
Yeah.
And even verbal. More command presence now. I may hurt your feelings, but you're going to understand that we're in charge. And I mean this constitutionally. We're not tyrants, but we're in charge of the scene, and we have to handle this a certain way. Comply. And like Jerry always says, you wouldn't have a bad use of force video if everybody complied. Right? I mean, it's compliance is gone downhill. It really has. I mean, all you see a lot of these traffic stops, and they turn into complete chaos if the people don't comply. They're busting windows out to get everybody out, and especially with these sovereign citizens that they I call them the jailhouse lawyers. They don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jerry, we appreciate you always, man. We appreciate being part of the family, and I'm always remembered digging you up from Knoxville and getting you back on social media, man, where you belong, which is influencing younger guys and letting cops know, the right way to do things professionally, morally correct, but sometimes it's ugly. And you were the epitome of the street cop. You are the definition. That's why you made the definition on my page. You are the definition of what a street cop should be and how you should handle yourself. And I appreciate our friendship and, everything you've done for us.
Well, I enjoy it. And are you guys going to try to get to Myrtle Beach in?
We're planning on being there.
Yeah, we'll be there.
I'm trying to get there too.
Yeah, I'm
April.
Yeah.
in April. Yeah, I'm gonna be there. I told Kenny I was gonna be there, and he's gonna teach one of the classes. I'm gonna be there, and then I'm also going to stop by the PD over there, and I've got to.
Awesome. Yeah,
I
they
got
got
to
the
see what's
mural.
hanging on the wall.
They got the mural, the Jerry Worms mural.
Oh, we'll get a big
I have
picture.
a picture. I have to send it to you. I think I do have a picture of 3 of the guys standing around your card, but it's the small one. It's not the big one. I haven't seen the new one, but we appreciate it, Jerry, man. Thanks for everything.
All right, guys, you take care.
All right,
Bye,
see you,
Jerry.
Jerry.
All right, bye.
All right.
We have got to cover.
Yeah, I was gonna say
New York.
we've got to cover New York.
In New York.
I mean, my buddy who I can't say his name, but he's watching. He knows what I'm talking about. My saw gunner from Iraq is in the FDNY right now.
Yeah.
And it is like, what I asked him the other night. I'm like, why the fuck are you still staying there? And it's the same thing. Well, the pension.
The fire commissioner just resigned after literally
Yeah.
right after the election.
Really?
He put his resignation in as soon as the results were
Did
over.
you see all the stuff that this dude was saying he was going to do to the NYPD?
Oh, that. So I got some statistics here. I did a little research.
Oh, look at Mike.
So one of the things I saw early was the 5,000 officers scheduled to retire in January, and they don't have to, but they're going to now that this guy took over. They're already understaffed, and just simple things. You see him going after Trump, and already he's throwing his weight around. But right away, one of the first things he talked about was making public transportation free, just free. All those workers have to be paid. All the buses have to be fueled. All that free. And he justifies it by saying, well, it's only about $800 million a year. And, you know, the state and the city has a $100 billion budget and the state has a $220 billion budget. So what's a $800 million? We'll just waive it. And the other interesting thing I thought were half the people just don't pay anyway.
Yeah,
Half the people just don't pay. So right away, they're losing 50% of the profit. And then there are still good people in New York that go, I'm going to pay my $2. I'm going to pay. When I go to New York, I pay the $2 to ride the train. But he just said free. We're just going to make it free. Somebody else will pay for it. We'll just make it free. Don't know how it's going to work, but we're just going to, all the workers won't get, they're going to have to come up with how to pay them.
Socialism magic.
Socialism, yes.
All right.
So, and prostitution, legalized prostitution, right out of the rip. He's justifying that under
How is that going to work?
He's justifying that under that. We're going to spend more time on human trafficking. It's basically the easiest way to equivalent is we're going to stop enforcing drug possession. You can smoke the crack and the meth and do all that stuff. We're just going to work on the drug dealers, which we know that you're never going to stop drugs from coming in.
Yeah.
So it's just another ploy.
So he's not. Is he these things
Decriminalizing, just legalizing.
Okay, yeah, he's
Yeah,
decriminalizing.
yeah.
So he's not really like saying like we're going to sanction this, but we're not also going to punish for it. So
No, it's legal.
there's
You can
no-
do it. We're not going to do anything.
so they
about
can
it.
do crack on the side of the road.
It-
Real
it-
quick, Dylan,
Well, they already do.
Dylan, Matt,
If
we
you've
see
been
you.
there.
That live was emotional. God bless y'all. Thanks for the shout out, man. He's talking about the
Huge supporter in Patreon. Huge
yeah.
supporter in all the shows I do. Great dude.
but yeah, so let's talk to the origin. Where did this guy? First off, can anybody say his name without looking at it?
Yeah, it's
Zohan Mamdani.
Mamdani.
30,
Zohan.
35 years old.
Don't mess with the Zohan.
Socialist. And
Never had a job.
No, he's a councilman, city something.
He's never had a
something.
real job.
Here's the thing. I'm not hung up on the Muslim thing. If you're a good person, I'm okay with you want to pray to somebody, you pray to whoever, as long as you're a good person.
I think that.
So the Muslim thing, I'm not. I see a lot of people. Oh, they're holding services in Times Square. I don't care. Pray to whoever you want, as long as you're a good person. The socialism part is a problem, and one of obviously the pinnacle city of the United States is New York. It's the hub of everything. We're just gonna lawlessness and everything's free.
We're gonna need Batman.
No, I don't know what you're gonna do. I just don't understand
the
what
dude was-
Maybe the
end game is.
purge.
Yeah, the purge.
I mean, let's be real here. This guy was born outside the United States. He was born in Uganda, right? He's talking about socialism in the biggest, probably one of the most important, if not the most important city in the United States. It's going to give a lot of bad actors, because of the reduction in law enforcement and from outside the United States, a cover for action. And they're not going to do. I mean, you guys know criminals don't do crime where they live. They do crime outside. They're going to be all over the country in a very short period of time.
We see so many videos in New York City of just ridiculousness, and
Yeah.
now imagine they're already like 3,000 understaffed. they peaked in like the 80s at like 40,000. They're budgeted for 36 almost, and they're at like 33, and it's going to tank. It's good. Why would you? And they start at like
Well, so-
55, 60 grand, dude. You make good money after 5 years, but you start at almost nothing.
Yeah, and a lot of people are. I mean, obviously, it's all over the internet. The real estate market has $100 million
think-
projected boom.
I think DeSantis is already jumping on it. He's making ads already. Like agencies are making ads. Like we're giving you bonuses.
I
Come
saw
on down.
Volusia sheriff. The sheriff was like, "Hey, come on down, come live in my county."
Didn't he melt some guy's badge yesterday or the
He
day
did
before?
for fraud. The former deputy was
Yeah.
committing fraud and making bad
There's
checks.
another badge he should have melted. But yeah, I saw that.
There's and also investors stopped buying real estate in New York City.
Yeah, you sent that one.
Huh?
Yeah, you sent that link to us.
Oh yeah. Like it's pretty much the real estate flipped upside down in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, I mean, who's the biggest real estate guy that we know of that's from New York?
President, right?
The president of the fucking United States. He's out. Washing my hands of this.
I don't know how often you've been. We went to New York City.
I've
when
been
we were-
twice.
Okay, so we went to Lower Manhattan, which is pretty nice area. All your Wall Street's right there. All your 9/11 Memorial, World Trade. That's a nice area in New York. Like people look at that and they go, "Oh, that's New York." Bro, that's not New York, man. You get into the Bronx and you get into
that
area.
Going to the Bronx,
bro. It is
I think
bad.
that's
It
where the
is dangerous.
Yankee Stadium is, but even around Yankee Stadium,
Bad,
is
bad.
It's gonna get bad all over,
Oh,
guys.
he's got the help. Jimmy's being deployed. We're
You're going to
reactivating.
New York, Jimmy.
So
Well, I mean, can you imagine that though? Can you imagine like if they're like, "Hey, it's gotten so bad, we're sending the National Guard to New York."
What are they going to do with it? What if there's a mass exodus of law enforcement in New York City?
I hope
They're-
that, I
they
hope
need
that
more
there
now.
is.
They're gonna have less.
I've talked to a couple of different people that are either from New York or in New York now, and they're like, "This might be the best thing that ever happens to New York City."
you see all those fiction.
Oh, because it needs to happen.
You
Yeah.
see these fiction movies, and I know like when we talk about Walking Dead a lot. When they continued Walking Dead, New York was part of that. Negan and what the hell was his name, Maggie. But you see all these movies that have made New York out to be like taken over and run. It is almost realistic now to think that that's possible. Like you would never in the world go in the most sophisticated country in the world, blah blah blah. It's in my head realistic that New York City could fall at some point. You cannot continue this lawlessness and everything's free. And who is going to stick around for that? Who's going to enforce that?
But let's if we follow that line of thinking, Mike, at some point we're either going to have to wall it off, and it'll be like the first Snake Plissken movie,
Yeah.
Escape from New York,
Yeah.
or we're going to have to go, okay, we can't allow this to happen. We're going to have to go back in there.
the League of
I am.
New York needs to burn.
You cannot save it.
It's beyond saving.
I don't know,
save it.
man. I don't like that nihilistic mentality.
You cannot.
I really
You
don't.
cannot, bro. You can't.
It's like, well, what do you think's worse, Chicago or New York?
I think New York.
We say that about Chicago.
I think New York's worse, but Chicago
I
has
don't
the
think
apps
it's-
and the tracking and all that.
I mean, like at what point do we call it worse? It's all bad. It's like, well, it's bad, really bad over here because of these reasons. It's really fucking bad over here for these reasons. It's all bad.
It is bad.
And I mean, the thing that's most, I mean, like, again, I come from a different angle than you guys do, which is that Chicago is important because it's a major area on the Great Lakes where a lot of stuff moves. Okay.
You have Chicago, then you have Indiana, the
Right.
borders Indiana,
Yep.
then you have upside
You,
Milwaukee.
you have all of that stuff, and you know about that. I mean, the Great Lakes and all that crap. And New York is the biggest hub for all kinds of stuff coming into the United States, not just people, but
World Trade
goods and
Centers.
services
Yeah.
and everything else by air and sea. We can't allow it to be falling.
I would say it's a fair argument to say that the country operates off New York City.
How do you?
Fair.
How can you bring a guy in with this mentality and just think? How does it survive? Right off the rip, I'm telling you, one of the most under-trained agencies on earth. They can't think of the logistics of getting
Like training an army.
get 33,000 people to the range. You know what? Buy $33,000 worth of bullets just for one evolution of everybody to qualify.
How many? Let's just
Think about that.
How many rounds does it take for one round of
In
qualification?
Florida, it's 40.
All right, so let's do Let's do the math on that because logistics is fun for me. I did a thought experiment the other day and was like, what if we brought AK-47s back to the Revolutionary War? How much ammo would we need?
What's his plans for the NYPD? Did he say
He's
anything?
talked smack the whole election about like
Reforming them?
Yeah, like
completely reforming.
it's gonna be bad, man. It's gonna be bad.
So let's see what his policies.
And people are cheering it, dude. I get people are arguing with me on the
Well,
internet.
is it New Yorkers that are cheering it? or
No,
people-
it's these
people that
fucking
don't live
liberal
there.
fucks,
Yeah.
dude. Can I say that? Liberal fuck.
Reform through reallocation of responsibilities and resources rather than budget cuts to existing personnel. Creation of a Department of Community Safety. That one gives me pause because the creation a Department of Community Safety.
It's all words.
It's
that-
fucking
No,
nonsense.
all
well,
words.
first of all, there's a lot of places that were called the Department of Community Safety that in a very short order were cutting people's fucking heads off in France. If you guys know anything about the French Revolution,
Yeah. Well,
I mean, like
You can
Europe's
word it
a whole
whatever
nother
you
problem.
want.
Europe's
Yeah.
a whole nother problem. I was watching a stream from London, and you can't. London's done.
do you guys know what the Strategic Response Group is?
That sounds cool.
Yeah, well, he's,
Is it though?
he's cutting them. He says he wants to disband the Strategic Response
So
Group.
is that like a tax SWAT thing?
I would imagine so. I'm not a cop, so
They
We
live.
need somebody from NYPD to call
They
in.
live on the premise, like these liberals, that by making everything free and fun, that they think humans are going to react like, oh wow,
yeah. So
I'll just do my part and I'll just take
strategic-
my little bit that's given to me. No, criminals are going to take advantage of that.
the Strategic Response Group is the counterterrorism
Yeah,
arm
yeah, get rid of it.
of,
Oh,
of
yeah,
New-
yeah.
So
why
I mean,
would New York City
again,
need that?
hey, put on your tinfoil hats, people.
I mean,
put
you
'em
come,
on.
come out of the rip,
You've got-
threatening the president. I mean, it's just
You've
not-
got a guy coming in here who is socialist, avowed socialist. He's against the president. He's of Indian descent, but he's a Muslim, and he wants to get rid of the counterterrorism organization. Does that sound like fertile ground
I
for
posted a
conspiracy?
picture and all the liberals freaked where it was Rudy Giuliani posted it, and it was a picture of the Twin Towers on fire, and it said, New York forgot.
Yeah.
New York forgot. They forgot. They forgot. They forgot what happened that day. They forgot what the smells and the screams and the terror that we all experienced that day, except for you. They forgot what happened, and they did. And it's not what this socialism is not what this nation was founded on. This type of behavior of lawlessness is not. I mean, think about it. New York City, Ellis Island. That's where the immigrants came to get processed legally to come into the country illegally. And now you have a guy that says, just let everybody in. It's the complete opposite of everything it was founded on. Freedom, doing things the right way, coming into the country. That's where my grandfather came into the country from Greece through Ellis Island. That's how it worked.
Yeah.
So-
There's things about New York City that are sometimes painted as bad, but they're part of the history. Like all of the communities, like there's straight little mini countries inside New York
Yes,
City, and
yes.
because that's where they all went to as
Correct.
camaraderie when they came off the boat.
Yeah,
and went to
yeah,
Ellis
yeah,
Island. They
yes.
all had to
Chinatown,
Irish were
Greektown,
cops and
there's all those
firemen,
things.
and the
Yes.
Italians were
Yeah.
the mafia.
Yeah.
You get. I mean, so to answer your question, 1.3 million rounds just for everybody to qualify once. All right. If you multiply that by 4, right, for average training, that's 5.2
They do once
million.
a year. One quality.
Yeah, but you got to train.
No, they don't though.
No,
But
they
you're right. If they did, they would. And then you jump across the river there, Hudson, over to Jersey, who elected the female Democrat that wants to push transgender and all that back into the school system.
Yeah. Well,
Transgender awareness and poor Sal.
but Sal, that's what I was just about to
Yeah.
talk about.
God bless Sal and his family. I know that was a huge letdown.
What happened?
The Democrat won and the Republican
yeah.
won. The Republican had been in pictures with Sal's family and people
And he
wearing the
was gonna
shirts.
nix the whole
He was
thing.
going to get rid of the attorney general and get rid of that case. So, it's now they're back. He's still obviously innocent, but now it's back to either I knocked that down. Back to either they can't find an expert witness because they can't find anybody to say it was not justified. But on top of it, now it's back to they're looking at like his life is going to revolve around a trial if it goes to that point. And they don't know if this lady is going to get rid of that attorney general or not, but it was a huge hit for the family. And I text Barbara and Sal right after, and it's been they're just kind of wind out of their
Yeah. no, it's
Barbara's
just-
still a
it-
bulldog. She's
yeah,
not going anywhere, but it's just a
huge
setback.
letdown.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
disappointing.
terrible feeling
Yeah.
to go. I was almost justice was going to prevail, and it got ripped out.
Where,
Hey.
can I ask a question? Because this thing with Sal really pisses me the fuck off. Pisses me off. Fuck off. What happened to you too, Jack? But like Sal specifically, like you want to talk about the thin blue line? Hey, motherfuckers! Everybody out there that's wearing a badge right now, Sal could be fucking you.
Yeah.
Why
And
are you?
that's why me and Mike, I know I keep saying it. We're probably going to have to take a trip up to interview NYPD guys, get boots on ground stories, and then go. I want to know how the justice system, everything from the what is it called up there? The just state attorney, but
Attorney General.
attorney general, all the way down to the average street cop. How is everybody from those 2 points and in the middle letting this happen?
It's unfortunate,
How?
but because up there it's so liberal. Like I saw another page post their support for the Republican. He's a cop, and he basically had to preface it with, "I know I'm going to lose followers and friends over this, but I support the Republican." It's so bad up there. The cops it's not that all cops should. You don't have to be a Republican, but you have to stand for the law.
Dude,
and when you have an attorney general that's attacking the law and freedom, you can't. How do you support that?
We're over here, and you guys served as cops or sheriff's deputies here in Florida, and you're from Milwaukee, right?
Yeah, outside Milwaukee.
All right. Why aren't there organizations and police all over the country going to Sal and being like, "This is horseshit. This is
It's
wrong."
the same thing we talk about. Nobody
It's
wants to
not-
lose their
you
job.
nailed it. It's not them
Yeah.
right now. It is not them.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
don't want to
like,
go against the grain
The
either.
unions didn't even support a candidate. The police unions in New Jersey did not even publicly
because
support.
they don't want to be.
They don't want the smoke, man.
if you are a police officer right now, you are going to look back at this time and go, just like I didn't stand up for Sal because I wasn't living over there, and I didn't stand up for this guy because I wasn't part of that agency. And when they came for me, there was nobody to
Yeah.
stand up
This-
for me. That's
this-
what's going to happen.
This
right now.
isn't a
Fucking
George
clip
Floyd
that.
shot. This isn't one of those type of incident. This is as cut and dry as it could possibly be. The only twist to it is the homeowner is the caller, but meth addict, suicide by cop, armed, points a gun at the cop. It's all there. There is nothing even remotely off about this entire case. It is cut and dry as it gets. That's the frustration. It's like, and then I get into like, Barbara talked to me about anybody in the federal government, although they can't go into the state and force them to do anything. But if you support cops and you're in any type of government entity, state or local, and you have any kind of power, and you say, we support the police, blue line, how the fuck have you not gotten involved in this case and thrown your weight around? That's the disappointing part to me. If you're anybody at all that has any connection to any government agency, this is the one to stand on. This guy did nothing wrong. And that's my problem with policing and unions and all that. Fucking get up and say it. Like, this dude is innocent, man. There's no, you can't even fuck it. Like, I can play as liberal as I want to play. There is absolutely nothing this guy did wrong. He has lost his job, suffered, wakes up every day not knowing his future, gave his life. His dad's a career cop in Philly, like gave his life, his entire life to this job. Where are those fucking people at?
I mean,
Where
we
are
got-
those people at supporting
You've
this
got
guy?
so many sheriffs that love to get on Fox News
Yeah.
and pontificate
Yep.
long-winded
There it is.
about all the different
Defecate.
things.
They defecated right on TV,
Yeah,
right?
right. But you've got something going on here that, like, hey, no shit. If a bunch of sheriffs, like elected sheriffs, were like, this is wrong right here. This is wrong. We can't. And the only thing that I can think of is the only reason you're not calling it out is because you have plenty of fucking skeletons in your closet. And if you actually did, there'd be people going, hey, motherfucker, that's a really nice thing for you to say. But how about the guy that's in our agency that you didn't
yes.
do it for?
Or,
Yeah.
or
am I wrong?
one more soapbox moment. I'm done. All these big guys, these police guys, and I'm not going to drop their names, but we know who the police podcasts are that are massive. They'll dabble on
Wait, just so I know.
Brandon Tatum.
Okay.
He's the one that they actually know that no family has talked to him. He screams and yells on the internet. And I saw him saying something real wild. He got caught saying throwing the N-word around, arguing with somebody on a video the other day. But anyway, if he's not doing it for himself, if it's not self-serving and he's doing this because he's a cop and he has this platform, you should be screaming about Sal every day.
Yeah.
Not once in a while, not when it
Think
gets
about-
hot again. Every single day. Like, we're talking about going up there as nobodies.
But think about Eddie Gallagher, right? Eddie, I mean, right? Eddie's involved.
Yes.
Right. How many of the military guys came to his defense? A fucking ton. It was everywhere. Everybody was talking about it. I still have my free Eddie shirt.
That's the difference. That's the difference. There's your answer. When
Yeah.
you start talking cop versus military, there's your answer right there.
Right.
You saw the support for him.
Yeah, and it was
Cops don't do it.
because
Cops
every
don't
one
do
of us had dealt with CID. We had dealt with that kind of crap, and we were like, but for the grace of God, there go I.
There's the difference in the two
Yeah.
entities. The military by nature is more camaraderie because it's the closeness and the I was in both and you were in both.
Yeah.
There's your answer. Everybody spoke up for Eddie except for the dudes trying to snake him.
Yeah.
Everybody. Cops go to work every day. Don't give a fuck who Sal Andrade is until they're there.
Yeah,
like you said,
you nailed
until
it.
they're the guy. Then they'll go, hey,
Where's
where's
my
that
house?
Sal guy? I need to know about the
You know,
pipe hitter. Like,
what's
where they at?
what's even worse about like Eddie went to Dan Crenshaw, who was in the SEAL teams, and who
We
knew
know.
about it.
We had him on.
Oh yeah, we had Dan on.
Did you have?
Yeah.
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 Uh, can I keep going? Or
Yeah,
should I shut
keep
up?
going.
No,
keep going.
Yeah, they went to Dan Crenshaw. I mean, I know Eddie talked about it because I heard his wife talking about it.
We've
And-
had Eddie on twice too.
Yeah,
by the way,
yeah,
just-
Yeah, and they were like, he talked a big game, but at the end of the day, he didn't do shit.
Yeah, I think I told him that to his face or on the phone.
Well, yeah.
He didn't like that.
That
but
was
yes.
that was Mike's.
I mean, there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot that I want to talk about tonight. I was prepared for Ryan to come on tonight. I didn't know he was coming on this morning.
Oh,
So I had a whole bunch of stuff that we're gonna have to talk about on the after party.
We'll be
man.
here tonight, 8 p.m. But that you just inadvertently summed up the difference between military and cops.
And there's so many former military guys.
But there's more cops, and they don't stick together.
Well,
There's million cops in the nation, and they'll dance on TikTok. They'll self-serve. They'll have their podcast. They'll talk about everything. They'll get themselves in politics so they can get on Fox News and all these big platforms. Here we are in Orlando, small guys, and we are overly concerned for the regular rank and file people. We're probably never going to be that popular because it's not catchy, it's not cool, but we stand on morals and we stand on defending those people.
Well, John the
And
Baptist did
I'll
a lot of the same
die.
things.
I'll die happy. Like I said in that video about you and Jerry and all that, I'll die happy as this little guy here in Florida, but at least I stuck up for the right people. I didn't do it because it's cool. And I had told you this the other day. My dumbass was sitting on the couch, retired, enjoying it. And I chose to come back and get clipped and get
you wanted
made
that
fun
smoke.
of. But I don't give a fuck about me. It's a guy like him. It's a guy like Sal. It's a guy. Those are the people that, and you can talk all the shit and talk all the comments we see. That's great. I'm not here for me. I'm here because
You're
I
an
want
advocate.
people to connect.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, I want people to connect, and I want to be that. All those DMs, if I'm able to almost like the air traffic controllers are getting ready to quit or get furloughed.
Oh, yeah,
I feel like a little measly nobody air traffic controller, but I'm able to direct that message. Probably should go to that guy, and this guy should probably connect with that guy, and that'll help him. And this charity could connect with him. That's all it is. You can talk all the shit you want about me, the memes, the goon, all the bullshit. You guys are doing YouTube to make money, dual income, to be famous and popular. I'm doing this so that these little connections can happen, and that's all that makes me happy. Money doesn't make me happy. The connections make me happy.
So, do you want to segue that into the FAA?
Fire away. You're the man. Go ahead.
All right. So, you brought up the FAA. Lewis, go to the email.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Go to the
So
email.
I'm going to try to run through this as fast as I can. We had a busy, crazy
You're
day.
good,
We're going to
man.
have to start doing three hours
No,
or 5 days.
Stop.
After the top of the second
Stop.
hour, my brain's fried.
I got to talk again all night.
Yeah.
One of these. Or...
No, I want you to go into the email. Right.
Do you hear how damn,
Yeah,
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
I'm sorry, man.
Go into the fucking email.
It's 12:50,
Okay.
Lewis. We're 2 hours and 50 minutes into that email. I know you know what email is.
Yeah, go to the email that I sent you, right? And I want you to pull up the plane
The
crash.
top one that says Jimmy Arnett, James Arnett right there. Up. No, not Paul Mullen. Up. Jimmy Arnett. Hey. Is the producer job open? I'm going to
It's
apply.
already open.
I'm going to apply.
It looks like I fucking quit.
Lewis knows that I'm as helpful as I can be to that guy. All right, so here's the first one. Here's the best video I've seen of this plane crash.
No, the best video.
12 people are dead,
But-
including one child.
Wait, no.
Trucker.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it on here?
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
It's okay. So keep going. Just keep going.
Today's fiery
56
UPS
seconds of
plane
your
crash
life.
in Louisville, Kentucky. Officials expect that number to increase.
Did they?
this
Is this the one?
Investigators
Yeah,
today
There's one more
there's
angle.
one more
Okay,
angle.
with the engine missing.
Voice
Yeah,
recorder
okay.
and
That
a
one
data
right there.
recorder. They appear to be intact. Video shows flames shooting from the left wing as the plane took off. It was headed to Honolulu.
And we have viewed airport CCTV security coverage, which shows the left engine detaching from the wing during the takeoff roll.
All right, that's
the
good.
aircraft
Hold on.
begins.
Hold on. Before you go, I gotta put my hat on.
Okay.
Hold on, wait. Let the screen get big.
Okay.
You can take it down. Yep. All right. Conspiracy time.
I bet they found parts of the plane. I bet it's not gone.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
they definitely
okay,
did. There's a
okay,
big
that's all I gotta say.
swath. of it.
Yeah, even with an engine missing, they found parts of it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
That's weird.
It's not a 5-sided building.
Yeah,
or they wouldn't
so-
have found any of it.
or a grassy field.
Yeah.
I got
Okay.
the only reason I'm bringing that up is I got a lot of people who they like DM'd me and they were like, "You guys talked about it. Now we got planes falling out of the sky." That plane, that's a what is it? MD-11? Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
MD-11.
Yeah. Old, right?
Old.
Yeah.
They're getting ready to phase them out, right? So
Yeah,
three
I can
inch-
sell. They're not going to sell many of them.
so there was another a DC-10, which is basically the older version of that plane, had a similar thing happen where the engine basically came off of its mounting and flipped over the wing, and that's pretty much what it looks like in this.
And he was taken off, right?
Yeah, both
was
of
taken-
those. They
yeah.
were
Are they all dead?
Oh yeah,
Not
they're all
7 dead so
Yeah,
far.
so
I think
the
some people in the
5-man
yard.
crew.
Yeah.
5-man crew plus
Your
people.
wife brought
on
up a good point.
Yeah,
Your wife brought up a good
What?
point. There's many angles of that thing, man. Video everywhere.
yeah.
Crazy.
What?
There was no.
Wait, are you saying it's a conspiracy or not?
No,
No, this is not a conspiracy.
He's
There's
talking
just-
about
there's
9/11.
I didn't say 9/11. I just said the plane hit a.
You're
just-
saying that how when a plane crashes, there's magically a million angles of it.
Yeah.
Because that makes sense.
Even in, I mean, 01, we still have videos, all those.
I can't get
very
over it.
secure facility. I'm pretty sure it's a pretty secure facility. There's
Yeah.
the
angles.
Pentagon.
I don't know. Obviously, there's more cameras because there is actually one other one I saw. It just came out this morning where it's going over the
Mhm.
road or whatever, and there's a guy got a
Yeah.
dash cam.
Yeah,
and you can
yeah.
see the engine's missing. They
Yeah,
have to slow
that-
it down, but the engine's completely gone.
Yeah,
It's not on. The left
engine-
engine is gone.
Yeah, it's
It-
down.
Off. Fell down.
Just fell off.
Off.
They didn't say, "Hey, stop."
No. They didn't say stop. Which
You're missing an
you know,
engine,
you know-
bro.
you know what I start to do? I start thinking about my next flight and where I'm going to sit in the plane because I don't want to see the engine come off. I don't want to know.
Yeah,
I don't want to know.
So
I think when you're like this,
yeah. So I mean, like,
But it was cargo.
I
Thank God,
I
it was a
watched
cargo plane.
I watched one of my SMEs that I go to. Like, okay, what the fuck happened to this airplane? So this all, and that's how I know that like this happened. I think the same kind of accident happened in 1979. That's how old this fucking plane is. Where and that was a passenger plane. That one. And the engine came off, flipped over the wing, and then because of it's got 3 engines, but you've lost an engine, right? And you're trying to get to a certain amount of power, but that basically the reason why he's in a left bank is because the
I
wing stalled.
don't. I think the engine could not work and the plane would fly. The falling off part, I think, is what really
It needs
hurts.
to be.
So-
yeah, when it catches, because the fuel's
Yeah.
in the wings, right?
Well, fuel and the biggest problem is hydraulics.
Yes,
The hydraulics. So
Yeah,
once
that
once
whole-
it pulls that thing
you
out,
got to
the flaps.
give me a big word.
the
Come on,
oh, I don't have a big one for
come
that.
something.
The
Equilibrium.
fucking I don't know. Okay. yeah,
I
can't
wanted
do this.
something. I wanted something big. All right.
So that's the first one. So the FAA, Lewis, back to the email.
That's what I get crazy about flying. It doesn't have to look like that. One little itty bitty wire could snap that controls one of these things.
One of the flappers.
I'm
The
so
thing-
excited to fly on Monday.
It's
Yeah.
canceled. Don't worry, you're staying. They're dumping flights like crazy.
So
So,
go back to
yeah, I wouldn't be excited.
go back to the email, Lewis, if you would please, sir.
You can remove that, Lewis.
Yeah, you can get rid of that one. So the next one we're going to go to, and this is just because, and I didn't get the chance to thank Ryan for this. There's a lot of people that are like, "Hey, where are your sources, Jimmy?" Well, I made sure I got them all this morning. All right, so go to the one that says FAA.
Top one. There
Yeah.
you go.
So yeah, pull that up. Yeah. If so, nationwide cancellations. Okay.
All right.
So look at this right here. Right. So there it is. That's Fox 13. That's my local news, right? About 10%. That's what the Trump administration is looking to do. 10% of the flights nationwide looking to be canceled because of
Wiggly lined airline is that?
I don't know. Fucking
Why are they canceling flights?
They don't have enough air traffic
traffic
controllers.
Because the government shut down. They're not getting paid.
How is an air traffic controller a government job? That's what I don't understand.
It is a
Because they work
government
for the
job. They're not getting
FAA.
paid.
They work for the
Federal
Federal Aviation
Administration.
Administration.
Aviation.
Okay.
So, and
First word.
the
Hey,
Hey,
you know,
we're,
I ask
we're not
questions.
brains here. We
Yeah.
kick doors and we chase bad
Yeah,
guys
we're-
and gave
we're-
them distractionary blows.
So they don't work for the airports. They work for the FAA.
they work
Yeah.
for
For
the
the
FAA.
Fed.
Same for TSA.
Yeah.
They don't work for
But
the
they're not getting
airport.
paid right now. And then they're going to cut them.
Yeah. I mean, and so like,
Imagine, so the dude controlling all this.
yeah.
You guys over there fucking bills
Yeah,
ain't
was
paid.
what was that movie Pushing 10?
Yeah, can't
Right.
feed his family, can't
Yeah.
gamble. That's real bad.
Yeah, it's so that's just 10%. And then we're looking at gonna have to at some point, it's gonna get bad enough where they're gonna have to start shutting down airspace. I mean, the busiest airports, I mean, luckily you're going out to the middle of nowhere.
Well,
I mean,
it's 500,000 people, but it's definitely not the size of anything else over here.
Yeah. I mean, like trying to go into New York, trying to go to land at LaGuardia
Yeah,
or
good
something
luck.
like that. Like if there's 5 guys that are not on the job, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have what 50%. I mean, only a 30% of all of those people are getting paid of the FAA guys, of the air traffic controllers. Only about 30% are getting any kind of pay. Everybody else is not getting paid.
That's insane. bro.
They like I was telling you guys earlier, I got a notification from Southwest, like they're offering a one-time opportunity to change your flight as of today, and so is United, because they're like expect by Monday that there's going to be a bunch of issues.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. it is-
So they're
from
trying to
what
be
can happen
proactive.
from today to Monday.
Yes.
Think about it in terms of a road march. You guys, I mean, the three of the 4 of us have been on a road march. You know that accordion that starts happening?
Yeah.
That's what's about to start happening. It's going to start
Logistical nightmares.
logistical travel. I mean, if I were you, man, I'd be looking at maybe rent a car and drive
That's
back.
a long fucking.
A lot of
drive.
yeah. All right, we got to wrap up the show, guys. We have just some updates. Our website's up, by the way. It's not finished, but it's up. theantiherobroadcast.com. We'll have more on that. That's really just for informational purposes. But the cool thing is we are working on our merch store.
Yes.
So we will have shirts. Some shirts are going to be available only for you guys. Some shirts are going to be available only for Patreon. Some shirts will only be a limited time purchase. Some shirts will be there forever. You know, we just got to go through that. But that's not the hard part. The hard part's the website. So we'll have that up soon. And this Saturday on Patreon, we are going live. We're doing a live show, undisclosed, but
Only available on Patreon.
only available on Patreon. So if you want to see us do a
2 hour
live show,
2-hour live broadcast,
Yeah.
right? Roughly.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we'll have the link up in Patreon, but we'll also be going live on Patreon on Friday before that, just a studio type thing. So thanks again for all the support. Thanks for everything you guys do. Roll that outro.
JV team for life.